Magandang araw mga kaliga. This is the second game of 3 live here at the Batangas City Coliseum. We bring you John, Faa, and the rest of the Manila Batang Quiapo alongside Joe Gomez de Leaño, both of them returning to Manila here in this season. They'll be going up against the Mindoro Tamaraos, which will be heading on with their homegrown JC Recto. Played a terrific preseason and they're now ready for the main season. We'll be having Manila versus Mindoro here at the Batangas City Coliseum. Magandang araw mga kadiga. This is Juanito Gregorio alongside Coach Mike Perez. Coach Mike, two teams with different storylines, but let's talk about names. Who are you excited to watch here with both of the teams?
Well, the name that you mentioned about John Fa and even Joe and the other guys, Alfred Cedillo is also going to be there for Manila. Samantalang dito sa kabila, clearly the intent of Mindoro is to be better than the previous season, and the talent that they've added, we'll be talking a lot about them later on, but surely this is going to be a really interesting match between Manila and Mindoro.
Well, two teams again with different storylines, but they'll be wanting to start the season very strong. We want to say hi to all of our viewers on YouTube, on Tap Sports, and of course on our viewers as well on Solar Sports. We want to talk about Manila and their last season. Coach, not the best season for Manila Batang Quiapo. 425 record, 14th in the North. But now, Coach, you see a lot of additions para dito sa Manila.
Well, not really looking so good, lalo na kung yung 2 seasons ago, ang record nila is 20-8. That time when they were called the Manila SB squad. I'm sure this is a good time for them to try and rebuild, just much like the other teams that have really not fared well in the previous season. This is really a golden opportunity to be better and to reach better heights.
Well, Manila 4-25, second to the last in our North Division, but a lot of different additions. Coach Alfred Cedillo, you're very high on Alfred, a talent that has played with a lot of teams, but in the last season tried to carry Manila, 19.9, 7.3 rebounds, and 1.6 assists per game for Alfred Cedillo.
Oh, and patuloy pa rin naman yung ganyang shooting clip para dito kay Alfred Cedillo. I mean, at the time, it was one of the darkest days of Manila in terms of their stint here in the MPBL. He was shooting very well at 43%, and they're gonna rely on him on that once again.
Coach, let's go on the other end. Let's talk about Mindoro, 15-14, 8th in the Southern Division. They defeated Cebu in the play-in, and they almost defeated Quezon. That was a tough second game against Quezon. But Coach, you see the additions, you see the strength. We saw a beautiful preseason. How are you looking at Mindoro this season?
Well, very promising. If you see the changes from the previous season, including yung nakita natin during the preseason, alam mo na kakaibang klase ng Mindoro Tamaraos ang may meet natin ngayon in Season 8.
Well, one guy that is going to be trooping over to the Mindoro Tamaraos once again, JJ Caspe. You look at the numbers right here, Coach, 14, 6, and 3. Always a guy that can produce a lot of numbers for Mindoro.
Yeah, he's a guy that's really a triple threat. Can score, can rebound, can assist, very athletic, got good attitude, and a lot of upside when you have JJ Caspe on.
Well, we are excited for the ball game at hand. Who will get the first game here in MPBL 2026? We turn you over to our courtside.
And at center, number 14, Decoy Lopez. The head coach for Manila Batang Quiapo is Maximino Dayandante. Assistant coaches, Clint Guzarin, RJ Janero, Fernando Bunag, Jason Torres, and Rajan Chandumal. Team managers are Edison Guevara and Anton Sitiar. Team governor is Ado Salazar. Team owners, Raymond Ang and Emilio Chu. Here comes the starting 5 for Mindoro Tamaraos. Starting at guard number 16, RJ Ramirez. Also at guard number 21, JV De La Cruz. At center number 22, Marion Magat. Forward number 5, JC Recto. Also at forward number 6, Riego Bam Bam Gamalinda. The head coach for the Tamaraos is Benji Chodoro. Assistant coaches, J.R. Carlos, Drake Santos, and Gab Balyari. Team consultant is Buds Reyes. Assistant team manager, J.C. Libunao. Team manager, Zandra Norte. The team owner is Paula Oriental Mindoro. Honorable Mayor Jennifer Ina Alegre Cruz. Referees for this ball game are Edwin Bumos, Feboy Galiga, and Mark Gambito. Substitute referee.
Starting five brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Manila will be starting with Faa, Rogado, Lopez, Doligon, and Cedillo. And on the other end, Tamaraos with Ramirez, De La Cruz, Magat, Recto, and Gamalinda. Our referees for this game, Bubos, Galiga, Gambito, and Embalsado. Second game of 3 here at the Batangas City Coliseum. We bring you Mindoro versus Manila. It'll be an exciting ball game for all of us. Quick alley-oop, almost a turnover. Bam Bam gives it to RJ Ramirez for the early 3. Used to be his home court, played for Batangas for 1 season. Now will be playing for Mindoro.
Yeah, I'm sure very comfortable coming back here in Batangas. Itong si RJ Ramirez. Especially with that run that he had with Batangas from Masters. But now he's donning another jersey. And sigurado ako mamaya panonoorin rin yung mga dati niyang kakampi.
It's a miss coming from Alfred Cedillo. Bam Bam Gamalinda now healthy. Actually, they only played a few games in the preseason because of a nose injury, which he decided to rest. But because they were entering the playoffs, he actually decided to play the last few games. Now we'll be helping out itong Mindoro Tamaraos.
Well, you immediately feel the value of JV De La Cruz as one of your lead guards dito sa Mindoro Tamaraos. You see that good slip by Marion Maga, a lot of man and ball movement. You see some Princeton action back there. And really just finding that roller in Marion Magat. Marion, I feel he's in twice na nakita nating early attack nito ng Mindoro Tamaraos. One was an alley-hoop of a back pick coming from RJ Ramirez. That never happened. But then again, on that short roll going downhill, again, you go to Marion Magat. And why not? Because of his length and athleticism down underneath. You got to go to that.
Obviously, the tallest guy on the court here, Marion Magat at 6'7". Tallest guy actually for both of the teams. John Fa gives it to Doligon. Looking for a teammate. Doligon defended well by JC, who's one-on-one. Doligon kicks it out. They go back to Mark. 2 on the shot clock. Doligon right on the last second. Mark Doligon gets the first 2 for Manila Batang Quiapo.
And Mark Doligon has been away for quite a while. And I'm sure nandun yung gigil na makabalik agad dito si Mark Doligon and show off his stuff.
On the other end, Bam Bam Gamalinda with a quick answer. Coach, talk about Bam Bam Gamalinda. He is not young, but when he moves, Coach, you're not even gonna think that he is up there in age. Bam Bam Gamalinda is 39 years old, Coach, but very much still producing.
Oh, kasi he puts a lot of premium on, you know, his physique, his conditioning. When you look at his social media account, if it's not running, if it's not plyometrics, he's biking. And so he's very, very much prepared for this season. I guess just the acceptance that the league is getting younger and you want to be staying in there, be competitive.
Right on cue, he gets that offensive rebound and the second chance opportunity. 4 points already para dito kay Bam Bam Gamalinda. Coach, was he an NCAA champion with San Beda?
Yes. Oo naman. Alam ko, nagkasabay sila nila Shaq nito eh. Shaq Taganas. I think also... Oh, wow!
One-on-one between Mark Doligon and Bam Bam Gamalinda. 4 points apiece.
Oh, yeah.
But still, Mindoro is still up by 2 here. JV attacks early. They go to Bam Bam. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bam. Too long this time around. Rebounded. They go to John Pa. Goes for the drive. A little hesitation.
Good defense.
Nothing available. They go to decoy. They go to the post on Alfred. They like this play. They've been going to this play from the last season. Alfred a little too short. Ball goes back on the side of Batang Quiapo. They slow things down.
Using a lot of clock.
Doligon, he's hot here in the first. Attacks left, gets the basket, the foul, and the free throw. Doligon with 6 points here in the first quarter.
And JC Recto has not been able to find an answer. The play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL.
Needless to say, Mark Doligon missed hooping. And he pretty much has shown us, you know, variety of ways that he can contribute, put that ball on the floor. That time around, finish with the left hand and beat that defender right in front.
Mike Doligon starting out this game hot. 7 points for Mark Doligon.
All of the 7 of Manila.
Get the lead here in the first quarter. Execution on the side of Mindoro. JV
Good
gets
pull up.
an opening. Nothing there. Decoy with a rebound. Ball stays with Manila.
This is what, the 4th or the 5th possession already that we have not seen JC Recto be the one to end the possession. And you see there, Coach Benji, of course, you know, he pretty much is tasked to make this a better finish this season. They did well in the preseason, but the goal really is to get it to the playoffs and see what gives.
Kicks it out to Cedillo. Once again, they're using a lot of clock here. Rosario with a float. It's a miss. Rebounded by Magat. He can put that ball on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Magat dribbles, gives it. Recto now with the drive, finishes left, too short.
Medyo malayo yung pagkakakaliwa na yon.
Manila wants to slow things down. They're going to be using a lot of clock here in today's ball game. Faa gives it to Cedillo. 10 on the shot clock once again. Cedillo drives right. Kicks it out. Turnover for Alfred. JV gives it up to the running. JC Recto gets the foul and the bucket. JC Recto getting his first 2 of the regular season for Mindoro. Fast break of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. JC Recto, a revelation in our preseason, coach.
Oh, and this is just a couple of the numerous J's in the, in the
Oo.
roster of ito. I mean, we remember we talked about that in the preseason, but what an addition this guy has been, JC Recto. And surely gives you that guy that can create shots for the Mindoro Tamaraws.
This guy is an NCAA champion, the guy named JC Recto, but Manila not happy with the last few plays. Mindoro is up by 2, 9-7, with still 5 minutes remaining in the first.
Welcome back to the MPBL. Pag-usapan natin ang lineup ng Manila this season. Ang biggest difference daw is that last season, Manila had a lot of collegiate players, and this time around, Coach Maxi made sure to secure a good amount of veterans. Ang pinaka natutunan daw niya kasi during last season is the importance of professionalism, specifically the ability of a player to correct their mistakes immediately. He said that they're being realistic and their first goal of the season is to get into the semis, and they're hoping to do that with the help of the leadership of their team captain, Mon Rogado. Back to you, Juanito and Mike.
Thank you for that, G. Coach, they are coming off a forgettable season.
Yeah.
Itong Manila. So, do you see a better lineup here, Coach, entering the season?
Well, definitely. Mas, you know, more pieces. Katulad ng sinabi, not to take anything away from the collegiate players of Coach Max. As you see John Fa returning for Coach Max. And, you know, ramdam mo naman talaga. Iba talaga pagka yung, yung mga players mo are more skilled, more experienced. And the guys of last season did their thing, but it's really just a different set of players right now and different names that you see.
JV goes to back. On the outside, it's a miss.
See that
JC
lead?
Recto.
Oh my.
Nanggagaling, Coach, sa kawalan.
Oh. Pati tayo natulala. Saan ang galing?
You're watching a play, and then all of a sudden there's a new blue shirt
Oo.
on the play, and it's JC Recto.
Ibang klase yun.
Never scared of jumping.
So far, what we've seen from these two teams, they've been milking the clock, so to speak, trying to get late clock situations in attempts, maybe trying to tire the defense out.
Try to go to Magat, but not available. They like this. JV using the screens.
Yeah.
Bam with the pop. Recto, extra swing. RJ open on the corner. It's too long. Rebounded by John Fa. Once again, they decide to slow things down. The slow game has been to the advantage of Manila. Fa. Pressured by RJ Ramirez. They go back to the Doligon. He has 7 points here in the ball game. He drives right this time around. Uses the body, uses the bump. It gets enough space to create for that 2 points and 1. 9 points in total for Mark Doligon.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mark Doligon Show. The guy's relentless. That thirst for gaming and hooping, clearly evident here in the early minutes of the game. And Mark Doligon, man, he's got 9.
He's got 10, coach.
10 right
including
now.
that
Oh, my.
free throw. That's going to be the third matchup on Mark Doligon, and yet no one has been able to find an answer on Mark. 10 of the 12 coming from Mark Doligon. They're up by 3 with 3 and 48 still remaining here in the first quarter. Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Ball continues here at the Batangas City Coliseum. Stolen by John Fa. Crowd slowly filling up here, excited for their main game. And Mark Doligon just could not miss. That's 13 points inside, outside, whatever you want. Mark is offering it for Manila Batang Quiapo.
We've seen everything now. Ball on the floor, puts the ball on the deck, creates, gets offensive rebound, gets a stick back. Now it's a catch and shoot. Oh my goodness, Mark Doligon.
Full package coming from Mark here in the first quarter. Oh, wanted to slam it down is Marion Magat, but fouled on the last second by Alfred Cedillo.
Oh, how about the showing here very early by Mark Doligon? Manila up by 6.
Watch this again, coach. Well challenged by JC Recto. Coach might be one of the better defenders para dito sa Mindoro. Pero pasok pa rin para dito kay Mark Doligon.
Agree. It pretty much was just a small advantage because you have an arm's length defender right in front of you. But still, the intent really was to get that shot.
Manny paid a digital wallet built for the community. They're going to put in a new defender in the Sean Andrews, the 4th defender on Mark Doligon. He has 13 points here in the first quarter, 13 of the 15 coming from Mark Doligon.
On a 5 of 6 shooting. The guy's 83% from the field. He's perfect from the free throw line. My goodness.
To 10 still in favor of Manila. Quick attack. They go outside to Mark. One dribble in. Gets the foul. Gets 2 points. Sorry, gets 2 free throws. Maybe free throw number 6. Sorry, number 5 and 6 for Mark Doligon.
And Mark's really feeling it right now. And he knows that he's got a good rhythm. And he is going to continue to attack. That's just the veteran that he is.
I assume he will be getting a lot more plays here to end the first quarter as he is red hot. Point number 14 para dito kay Mark Doligon.
First miss from the line.
Mark Montuano now trooping inside for Mindoro. Their only addition that did not play in the preseason para dito sa Mindoro Tamaraw.
But I feel that's going to be a crucial addition, especially on that big man side who can post up and's got medium range jumper.
Sederifa for the 3. Goes in and out. Rebounded by Chester Saldua. John Fa pushing the ball. John Fa. There is a reason why he was picked up by Pampanga midway through the season, wanting to try and get into championship contention. But John Fa now returning to Manila Batang Quiapo, Coach Mike.
Yeah, he's so quick that as he runs, nakikita mo yung aerodynamics ng long back na buhok niya.
Uso yan ngayon, no?
Oo nga.
Uso yan ngayong buhok.
Oo nga, uso yan, ha?
Parang ganyan buhok ni Tick, eh.
Oo nga. Parang tics yan, ha? Parang pang-trekking yan, tics, ha?
John Fa makes the first. They are up by 8 here in the first quarter. Well-deserved rest for Mark Doligon. 14 points of the 18 coming from Mark Doligon. Trooping in his former Fighting Maroon, Joe Gomez de Leaño, who will be defending former Fighting Maroon Sean Andrews. So the UP fight is well represented here in today's ballgame.
So back into that chin action once again. Went to that two-side, that shot by Bangkale, empty.
Bangkale gets the ball back. 2 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Are they aware? Sean panicking on the shot. It's a miss. Quick leak out. Joe Gomez de Leaño getting his first 2 of the ball game on his first play.
Boy, Manila's pouring it on to Mindoro. Mindoro's getting to their sets, but they're not making their shots.
20-10, a double-digit lead for Manila. Another turnover. Joe gives it up. They go back to Joe. 4 quick points for Joe GDL. Instant energy. He just got the Mark Doligon energy,
Oh
Coach.
yeah, I know.
Parang nailipat.
Oo.
Parang thunderstruck ni Kevin Durant.
Oo nga eh. Nag-grab up eh.
Bangkale drives corner. Nothing available. 5 on the shot clock. There's a foul down low. It's going to be team foul number 5. That's going to be 2 free throws para sa Mindoro. So just watch here. Instant energy being brought in by Joe Gomez de Leaño.
And them being unselfish too. Jed could have taken that opportunity to score, but instead understood, I've got a least guarded teammate, and you got to give it up.
LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
Mindoro right now down 12, but I'd like to think they're still in a good spot. This is just the first quarter. I'm sure things will, get in a good flow para dito sa Tamaraws.
It's only team foul number 4. Let me correct that. Sederifa using that advantage on post.
One of the more efficient possession para sa Tamaraws. Get the ball on the post and score off of it. Good swipe.
Good help side defense brought in by JC Recto. Ball goes back to Mindoro. Recto hesitates, drives, finishes with a left.
And you love that little court that screen by Mark Montuano as well, telling JC, go in.
4-0 run by Mindoro to go back to single digits. Joe GDL, extra pass. They go corner, too long. Rebounded by Saldua. What's the call here? The ball will stay with Manila.
Yeah, I'll stay with Manila.
8 seconds on the shot clock, 21 on the game clock. Ball is tapped. Rebounded, stolen by Bangkale. They go bounce. Sean Andrews, could have been a dunk. Could have been a dunk, Sean, if you're listening, but that's still 2 points for Sean.
I was ready to leap off my seat.
Chester. Nothing there, no whistle is called. They push the ball 1 second. Recto.
And that's not gonna
Just
count.
too late. Good 6-0 run to end the quarter for Mindoro to cut the lead back down to 6.
Yeah, and now they've been able to at least survive that run by Mark Doligon in the first quarter, ending this quarter with a 6-0 run. But Mark has been sensational in the first.
14 points, 2 rebounds, 5 out of 6. Efficient, effective
and red hot. Mark Doligon finishing 14 of the 22 coming from Manila. 22 to 16, they are still up by 6.
Win the game. Easy lang with Sports Plus.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. The crowd slowly filling up here at the Batangas City Coliseum. And if you have names like Craniel Viloria, Jan Nermal, Ino, Comboy added to your lineup, then it will be an exciting day para dito sa Batangas.
Oh, lalo na. Oh, wow, what a pass.
In and out for Chester Saldua. Field goal story first quarter, 47% for Manila. Sean Andrews, a lot of sorry misses. That's gonna add on to the field goal woos, 35% in the first quarter for Mindoro.
Yeah, I think the challenge right now, at least for the last, 4 possessions now we've seen para dito sa Mindoro Tamaraws is shot making. I mean, they were on a 6-0 run to end the first quarter, which is pretty good. But right off the bat, right here to start the second, nagmintis kaagad sila. So, but ang gusto mo dyan, they get quickly into their action, especially in transition.
Joe GDL defended by Sean Andrews. Two-man game with Chester. Gets the fake, kicks it out for the 3. Finally a make. De Guzman, too long on the first attempt. Makes it on the second. Extending the floor, 25-16. Still in favor of Manila. Sedorifa on the post. Double teamed. Montuano looking for a friend. He likes that mid-range, but just missing on the first attempt.
Yeah, I felt na dun sa pagkakataon na yun, medyo may gigil eh. Nagmamadali si Mark Montuano. Yun ang una niyang silip dito sa rim. How about this pass right here on that good skip over to De Guzman and really releasing it just in time?
You know, Coach, I've been with Joe Gomez de Leano for about 10 years now. He was only an athletic guy, but now he has a handles, he can pass, and has a better finish and just an overall better player. Itong si Joe Gomez de Leano, and he continues to grow, and I'm just such a proud kuya of Joe GDL right now.
Did you say 10 years?
Yes, Coach. He came in...
Since you were what, 8 years old?
No, 9.
9. That makes you younger, Coach.
So he coming off the same high school, UPIS. When they were coming in, silang tatlong magkapatid. I was graduating on that time. So I saw the growth of these 3, Joe, Javi, and Juan. I saw alongside their younger brothers as well, Jordi and Jaime. Shout out Tito Bert if you are watching right now.
You know, the first time I saw the GDL family, I was covering a game, I think that was sometime 2019 in one of the preseason collegiate games in Smart City Hoops. That was the first time that I saw them, and everybody was very big on the GDLs. And now I understand, you know, years later, you see all these magkakapatids that's really, you know, doing good in terms of basketball. At sana lahat ng magkakapatid na lalaki, ganun, ano?
Mayor Ina in attendance right here. It's close by Mindoro, so no reason not to watch. But shout out as well to the Gomez de Leano family if they are watching. De Guzman. You see the respect, Coach. Double team na siya whenever he is using the screen.
Jason Mancao right now inserted. First time we see him on the floor para dito sa Manila.
Jason Mancao, one of the more athletic guards that will be playing for Manila.
Yeah.
Joe, looking for a friend, wants to go one-on-one, uses Chester. Joe hits its foot. Bangkale, no numbers. Kicks it out to the other side. Sedorifa, too long. Mancao taps it to a friend. Leak out. Salaveria cannot finish.
How about the activity of Manila, though? One, you run back to defend against Bangkale on a possible transition for the Tamaraws. They miss, and then you have two guys running the other side of transition.
Which this is a different energy coming from Manila.
Totoo.
It's the same team, different kind of energy.
Yeah. It's the same coach with that mentality that we are going to be better this season. And I think that's the same case for Coach Benji. And he wants the same for the Tamaraws right now. But medyo slow start for Mindoro. The thing that they did, that 6-0 run to end the first, they're really trying to build on that.
Quick review here. Ball will stay with Manila Batang Quiapo. They're asking for a goaltend coming from JC Recto.
Oh no, this is a good set of guards. Enzo Oson, JC Recto, JJ Caspe, and Jacob Bangkale.
Everybody really can contribute. Joe hesitates, drives left. Joe!
Yeah.
Oh, he likes that.
Now, he was too quick. You know, he beat JJ Caspe to that baseline spot. And the next thing JJ Caspe knew was he was going to open up his hip. And, you know, every time you play basketball, you open up that hip, you're late.
That's right. Joe getting some space. Joe GDL gets the three. And Joe Gomez Eliano, 7 points, quality minutes coming from Joe GDL.
Somehow he's liking this matchup with JJ Caspe right now. He's attacked him on that baseline drive and then pulled up from the corner. JJ's got to answer back.
Caspe getting the foul off of Mancao. The basket and one. Mancao late to help.
Yeah, too easy for JJ Caspe. I've always thought that JJ Caspe really just needs to get to a team with a lot of other guys that could help him out. And he's a triple threat guy, score, rebound, assist.
A lot of times that he is always on the triple-double watch.
Yes.
Itong si JJ Caspe. Let's turn you over to our courtside Gia.
It feels great to be home is how JJ Caspe is feeling this season. As soon as his last regular season with Imus ended, Coach Benji called him up to secure him on the team. JJ did have to go through a lot of rehab for his MCL injury before this season, but the preseason helped him daw with his recovery. Sabi niya, hindi rin daw in-expect ng kanyang parents that he'd be back with Mindoro. So it was the most pleasant surprise for them, and this is his motivation this season. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, G. The energy is always different when JJ Caspe is wearing that Mindoro jersey.
Oh, yes.
Parang may ibang pride na, coach.
Oo. Tsaka I like to think lahat ng players here in the MPBL would love at some point to be representing their province or their city. Because it gives you a lot of pride, lalo na yung mga kaibigan mo, kaklase mo, mga tropa mo, kamag-anak mo na siguradong manunood every time you have home games.
JJ Caspe returning to the Mindoro Tamaraws. They're still down by 7 right here. Recto now playing the point. Recto, a little hesitation.
Yeah.
The explosiveness of JC Recto. Pati kami ni Coach Mike nagugulat.
The moment that he was the one bringing down that ball for Mindoro, you know it was going to be an attack. Because he is going to try and always break down a defender right in front. The corner, 3 on its way, and it's good.
5-0 run being brought in by Mindoro. Getting the 3 is Diego Bangkale. No-look pass coming from Joe. Doligon hesitates. Doligon, a little James Yap style move. Would not make it there. JC gives it middle. Quick extra pass. Too long for Bangkale. Fa'a now with the numbers. Fa'a goes to the corner. Joe hesitates. Goes for the 3. Too long. Doligon gets his first 2 of the second quarter. Extending his scoring to 16 points here in today's ball game.
So far, itong Manila doing all the right things. Enzo is down on the floor. He's holding on to his right leg. His lower right leg.
Could have been an ankle injury para dito kay Enzo. Hoson does not look good. It looks a little shaken up.
Yep.
Sam Gamalinda will be returning in the ball game. Enzo's been playing terrific. He's had a lot of good extra passes on the other end.
Oo, tsaka yung pasok nila nila JJ Caspe you know, alongside Bancale and JC Recto, with Mark Montuano being your 5 guy, this really brought about small ball. And I don't know if I'm correct to say this, but at least those first 2 attacks we've seen are really more of the dribble drive principles, where you allow your primary ball handler to break down that defender right in front and see your reads from there.
Enzo will be trooping to the bench here, a little hurt. Recto. Air ball for JC Recto. Cedillo gets the rebound, puts the ball on the floor. Give it to Decoy Lopez. Gets the 3. Modern day 4 guy, extending the lead to 7 for Manila.
Without the headband, I like that shot by Decoy Lopez. See that, you know, matagal na magkakampi. They were here in the same team from last season. You see the chemistry between those two.
Decoy Lopez extends the lead to 7 here in the second quarter. It's 5:43 remaining. Back in the ball game, second quarter here in the second game. Manila still up by 7 points against Mindoro. Mindoro still struggling here in today's ball game. Manila has been in control. Caspe drives hard, short. Rebounded by Manila. They go running once again. Finishes.
Ibang class. Ang bilis talaga.
Nakikita nyo kami ni Coach Mike, nagkakatinginan na lang po kami. Kasi parang track and field race po ang pinapanood namin pag tumatakbo itong si John Pa. Another miss. The wounds continue for Mindoro. JV wide open. Usually that's a make. The struggles right now. Only 35% is Mindoro in terms of field goals.
So far, the outlier in terms of scoring has been Mark Doligon, really. He got 16 so far in this game.
Bancale getting a lot of minutes here in today's ball game. Oh, that's a push. Sharp eyes by the referee.
And Diego Bancale really pushing that rock.
Fast break of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL.
Slight foul right there on the runway, and then that flight.
Can we call that Faas break?
Yes, pwede. Let's patent that now.
Faas break. As this guy is always running. John Fa. Baltazar, strong hard drive.
Oh, experienced
Former
move.
Mindoro player.
Yeah, experienced move.
Played for the Mindoro of Coach Buds Reyes a few seasons ago. Now trooping on the other end for Manila. Bam Bam. These shots, coach, are going in yet going out. But lucky for Bam Bam, he gets a second chance opportunity.
And that's just the toughness in the compete side of Bam Bam Gamalinda. He misses, he goes after his miss and puts it back in.
Decoy, too long. Is it decoy, coach, or decoy?
They say it's Decoy.
Decoy Lopez, okay. Caspel, this time around. Go to Bam Bam. Ooh, good blind side. Steal coming from Alfred. Goes to Fa. A little too fancy coming from Alfred Cedillo.
Feeling ko si Alfred Cedillo has seen too many San Beda games in his younger days, watching Bam Bam Gamalinda down on the low post.
But coach, I don't remember. Did Bam Bam play a 3 or a 4 for San Beda? Because I remember my dad, when he played for Burger King, he used to use Bam Bam as the 3.
Oh.
But I can't remember in San Beda what he played.
I think there were certain moments that he played, you know, very rare though on the 4 spot. Very rare, in my opinion. Because you still have, I think it was Al Jamal ba that time.
Extreme. Subok at
kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Mark Doligon, not happy with the call. He is adamant that the coach challenged the call. Will there be a challenge?
Yeah.
Wala, na-inbound na. JV, stops, pops, can't drop.
Oh, wow.
Bam Bam Gamalinda, 4 straight points in the ball game. And a quick steal by RJ.
And hard-earned points for Bam Bam. Caspe on its way.
Field goal story has been a big one. Fa goes under, floater, oh, straight line.
Oh, that finish. That one by Canlas.
Mark Doligon, coach, is still not done with the referee. Manny paid a digital wallet built for the community.
And why not? I have 16 points in the first half. I want to win this one.
Caspe, once again, coach, in and out. For Mindoro, Fa can't finish.
They got numbers.
De La Cruz, 4 versus 2. They go to Maga, tallest man on the court. Can't get it in.
Oh, wow.
There is a whistle. It's gonna be on Bam Bam Gamalinda. Couldn't take advantage of the 4 versus 2.
Yeah. That was a 4-man run the other way against a couple of defenders. Diamat now comes in. Bringing a little bit more of experience at the guard spot. Maybe to play for the final, to close out the half.
Becoy Lopez can extend this lead to double digits para dito sa Batang Quiapo. And he does with that first free throw. Coach, Manila is surprising Mindoro. They were the underdogs coming to the day's ball game. But you were talking about it pre-game. The additions seem to be good para dito sa Batang Quiapo.
Yeah, if I'm gonna look at this very quickly, it's really a matter of shot making for Mindoro. They have 9 more attempts than that of Manila. They almost have the same number of free throws. But you see that disparity in terms of three-point makes. 4 3-pointers made by Manila versus that of only 1 para dito sa Manila. So if you look at points per possession, clearly advantage na kagad ng Manila dyan.
Ball goes back to Manila. Mark, it's been red hot.
Good block.
No whistle. Uses his muscle. Tapped out by JV. Kudiamat pushing the ball. 5 versus 3. JV floater. Marian Magat cleans it up.
Medyo extra effort lahat ng pinuputos ng Mindoro. No? It's either, you know, off a stick back or mahirap na tira. But the good thing is, at the very least, the shots are going in.
They're down, but they have 10 more attempts compared dito sa Manila. So it's really a matter of field goals. De La Cruz missing on the shot, but Marian Magat cleans it up to cut the lead down to 9 here to end the first quarter. 1:51 remaining, still in favor of Batang Quiapo. Commissioner Emerson Oreta alongside our VIP, Zaldiri Alubit, and of course the Peacemaker alongside with them as well. I like that new moniker, the Peacemaker.
Oh, yes.
Rudy Distrito, the Peacemaker.
Si Coach Christian yata ang nagbigay ng
Si Coach Christian. Shout out Coach Christian if ever you are watching. Mark Doligon wants it on the post, quick spin.
Yeah, that's an offensive foul, clearly.
Might have hit the elbow on the back of Ramirez. Of course, that was a good play.
Oh.
If he was able to execute.
I mean, you always hunt for your advantage, and he felt on the low block. I have advantage over Kudiamat.
Oh, ayun. Extension
Mawe.
of the left arm. Mindoro, recto. Alam bump goes to Magat. And Marian Magat finally gets his slam. 7 points for Marian. Another chance. Recto, that left hand has been trademarked. Nagmamadali, John Fa. Trying to slow things down. Fa did not get the fast break. Baltazar, a little hezzy. Hard layup, but gets it to go. John Baltazar.
Oh, you got numbers.
Recto stops, pops, couldn't make it. Quick run, Decoy Lopez gets a handle, gets the foul, the basket, and the next free throw para dito kay Decoy Lopez. Ika nga nila larong Pinoy basketball played by Batang Quiapo. Quick leak out, late recovery, to be a foul in the basket.
Oh, and RJ was pretty much late. He had good intentions to try and stop Decoy, but yun na nga, nahuli na siya. Tinamaan niya yung kamay on that shooting arm of Lopez.
With everything going the side of Manila, what does Mindoro have to do in the second half for them to be able to mount a comeback?
Make their shots, don't turn the ball over, come down in transition. Those three really, I feel, have been the ones that hurt them because, you know, that really much has been the flow of the game ever since that 16-point output of Mark Doligon. That's been the steady stream of activity so far in this game.
Well, Mindoro still favored here in this ball game with those kinds of talents, their size, but they have not been making their field goals. But RJ Ramirez wants a different story. Mark Doligon gets the foul. It'll be free throw number 7 and 8 for Mark Doligon.
Kita mo experience pa rin talaga ni Mark Doligon. As he was going downhill, he didn't see Kudyama, you know, going to him, and so instead he initiated that bump and allowed that separation on the way he got fouled.
Point number 17 for Mark Doligon, scoring his first 14 in the first quarter.
And you see when you look at the shot chart of Mindoro, everything inside the paint. The only made shot from the outside was that corner attempt, a basket earlier by Bangkale, which was a long two. Then you have 3 shots from way out.
Recto rushing, no more shot clock, but medyo nagmadali. Doligon gives it up to his teammate. Shows that he can pass the ball as well. Eusebio sending the lead to 12. Good block from behind, but there is a whistle. It's going to be a foul. It's going to be on their captain, Mon Rogado.
Well, again, it really goes back to the activity of Manila. Pinag-usapan natin kanina. Fast break ka, bumalik ka, dumipensa ka ulit. Ganun rin yung nangyari dito. And they were not, you know, going to allow just an easy shot from Kudyamat kahit na, you know, ilang seconds na lang ang natitira dito before we turn the half.
Kudyamat getting his first point of the ball game. Still 4.3 remaining here in the second quarter. Offense has been on point para dito sa Manila. They are 47%. They've made 4 3-pointers.
And this is a pretty good set of percentage. 47% from the field, 48% from perimeter, 34% from 3, and 90 from the free throw line.
Mark, last second. Tap. Mark Doligon almost gets it a go. But Manila still well in control of this ball game. 50-40 in favor of Batang Quiapo.
Yeah, pushing the pace and really dictating majority of the first half.
Play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. JC Recto dropping the ball, then the hammer coming from Marion Magat.
3 guys converging over on that drive by JC Recto, and you know that view of just leaving it up for Marion Magat.
With you over 2 or halftime, Manila still up by 10 here in the first half.
Steps back into the game. What kind of impact can he make? And what a steal. That way is going to even out the game. 9 in the final over the game. Can they make magic? Wipe it out! Wins the game!
Win the game. Easy long with Sports Plus.
Magiging mainit nga ang labanan dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
And ang approach natin this season 8, talagang something new. No? Magbigyan ba ng bagong flavor yung liga natin.
Maraming salamat sa inyong walang sawang pagsuporta at pagtangkilik ng MPBL.
Sabi ko talaga, ang layo na ng narating ng MPBL.
Tama ka dyan, Gian.
Give and go! Joshua Navid! Counted plus a foul off that gorgeous feed from Marvin Taiwan. Jeff Panday, stop and pop free. It's good!
Set finds Jexter. Blocked by Bayan. Jodel with an answer. Anong magagawa mo? Jexter up and down. A strong drive to the cup with under 4 minutes to play.
A brand new chapter unfolds in the Doligon Philippines basketball
Will
league.
be this year. New coaches, new acquisitions, nagpalipat-lipat ng teams ang ating mga star players. Naku, napakarami. At
Very stacked itong both groups na ito.
The Abra Solid North Weavers are your 2025 MPBL National Champions.
You guys are not just kings of the North, you are the kings of the MPBL.
Mahirap na talunin ito. And for next season, bring it on, Philippines!
Manny Pacquiao'S MPBL Season 7 National Champions, Abra Solid North Weavers.
Ayaw talaga nila patalo. It's the character I've loved for a team. Finds Maru, pulls the trigger and knocks it down.
Pulpura may shot off the glass and in!
Bigres, couple of fakes, puts it in underneath. Leon looking for Alday. Alwin able to recover. Saw. Oh! A rim rocker! Wow!
Rest assured sa mga kaliga natin, fans, maraming salamat. We're on our season 8. Nandyan pa rin kayo sa amin. Patuloy kami na pagagandahin pa ang MPBL para sa inyo. At sana supportan nyo kami this season 8. Maraming mga inihanda kaming bago para sa inyo. Sana mapuntahan nyo kami sa lahat ng venues. Magkita-kita po tayo. Maraming salamat. We're doing this every year before the season mag-start. Yung coaches orientation, actually very crucial to. Good thing may pre-season tayo bago mag-start yung regular season. Ito yung isa pang way na para ma-improve natin yung mga tawagan during the regular season. So, kinukuha natin yung mga concerns ng coaches, no? At the same time yung mga referees. So, may mga binago tayo sa mga house rules natin. Tingin ko naman na makakatulong na mapaganda yung mga games natin.
Ang purpose lang naman itong coaches orientation is, una, may inform natin yung mga teams kung ano pa yung mga existing rules, especially dun sa mga bagong teams or bagong handler ng teams, may inform sila kung ano pa yung mga existing rules. So, in-invite natin lahat ng mga teams, team owners or team managers, coaches, team captains, lahat nandito. As well as, kung makikita nyo, pati yung mga referees, regular, at saka yung mga new recruit na referees natin, nandito ngayon sila.
Ang kagandahan na buksan yung or na-adapt yung opinion na sinasuggest namin. Before, ang nagiging advantage ng offense, nakuha nga namin yung successful call. Pero nagkakaroon ng chance yung offense na makapag-dropan ng play na nagiging advantage nila na within the dying seconds, nakaka-convert pa sila. So nawawala yung essence ng pagiging successful challenge namin na sila pa yung nagkaroon ng advantage.
Actually, maganda yung naging outcome kasi yung mga ideas para gumanda yung liga saka yung house rules natin para to improve din na dun sa mga incoming season or incoming games natin talagang maging competitive yung each game natin.
Supportahan niyo po kami this coming season 8. Rest assured po na every game, every preparation, ibibigay po namin yung best. Kung ano po ang kultura ng Oriental Mindoro, ganun po kami lalabang, ganun po kami makikipag-compete para po sa inyo.
And yung mga fans ng Quezon City, open tayo, manood kayo, or please watch dun sa page ng MPBL or dun sa page ng Quezon City Black Bulls.
Minimal na concern nila, kinorek natin para pagdating sa game, mabawasan yung mga concerns nila. But then again, alam naman natin na walang perfect officiating. Kaya natin ginagawa to, yun na nga, ang purpose niya, para mabawasan kahit paano. Or siyempre, dun tayo sa magampanan talaga ng mga referees natin yung trabaho nila na tumawag ng tama.
So mas exciting ang Season 8 natin. So inaanyayahan namin kayo lahat na suporta ng MPBL. So kung dati, ganito na ka-exciting ang MPBL, pinapangako namin sa inyo, mas exciting ang Season 8 na darating. So, sama-sama tayo, abangan natin Season 8, suportahan ng MPBL, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na.
Pesos. Sayang. Okay lang, Ronel. 20 seconds pa. Come on. Batangas City, cheer naman si Ronel para ganahan. Let's go! Last 10 seconds. 5. Ayan na. Come on, Ronel. 3, 2, 1. At ayun, hindi umabot sa ating up-court shot. Thank you very much, Ronel. And once again, that is our Sports Plus Clutch Time Challenge brought to us by Sports Plus PH, the official sportsbook of the MPBL.
To 40 at half for Manila Batang Quiapo against the Mindoro Tamaraws. They've been well in control here. See the numbers right here, Coach.
Yeah, right now it's 47% shooting for Manila, which is very impressive considering that they have, how many, 8 lesser attempts than that of Mindoro. I look at the assist, mas maganda yung yung ball distribution para dito sa sa team na ito, pero yung turnovers and points of turnovers, you see those 15 points that they got off turnovers really catapulted itong Mindoro into that run in the first quarter, to end the first quarter. But then again, you really have to make your shots and get a lot of fast break points, be better, because yung 16 na yun na nakuha ng Manila, talagang halos hirap yung defense na bumalik, almost late.
Well, the numbers right here. The leading scorers for Mindoro, Recto with 9, Gamalinda with 8, Magat with 7, and Caspe with 3. No Ramirez yet on that lineup. Doligon with 18, a red-hot 14 in the first quarter. Decoy Lopez with 8. Joe Gomez De Leano with 7, and John Fa with all of those running has 6 here in today's ball game. But Coach, what does Manila have to do for them to retain this lead?
Well, they have to anticipate this run by itong Mindoro to be able to capitalize on it.
Well, now let's turn you over to Gianna for what she has.
Juanito and Mike, one of the most fun things so far this game is watching John Ashley Faa play for Manila again. Ibinahagi niya na his most memorable moment last season was when Manila actually almost beat Caloocan. He learned two things. Number one is that anything is possible, and number two, to accept defeat. Of course, he did start playing for Pampanga during the trade period. He also said he learned a lot there, like game IQ, decision-making, and court awareness. Aminado si John Ashley Faa na he's still not the most mature player, but he does believe he is one of the most excited to be playing in this league. So that is his biggest strength in this environment. Back to you guys.
Thank you, G. You know, Coach, you look at John Fa. He is actually one of the younger guys we have here in the MPBL. If not mistaken, he is not even 22 years old. But, Coach, he is competing with the best of them here in the league.
Oo, ang dami mga batang mga players na maaaring at this level medyo matatakot pa or maano na mga mas experience itong makakalaban niya, pero not John Fa. Fa is out here to compete and is making the most of this experience.
53-40 in favor of Manila. You want to go to the post to Bam Bam.
This is huge 14-point hole that Mindoro is going to try and come back from.
13-point lead for Manila. Sedurifa from the outside. Struggles continue on the other end. Bam Bam gets the foul. The only guy fighting a lot, Coach, Bam Bam Gamalinda.
Oh.
Really getting a lot of offensive rebounds.
And when you say fighting a lot, you see the effort of Bam Bam Gamalinda. That's his fifth offensive rebound. He's 4 out of 8 from the field. And he's just been in there trying to compete with the inside presence of Manila.
Bam Bam Gamalinda wanting to be the first guy in double digits para dito sa Mindoro. They are down by 13, but still a lot of basketball to be played here.
Boy, and the two JJ guys, JJ Caspe and JC De La Cruz, the new additions on that guard spot para dito sa Mindoro Tamaraw. So far, they're 1 out of 10. And so, you know, JJ Caspe is 1 out of 5. Samantalang si JB naman is 0 out of 5. And so, you brought them in here to have better production at that spot. Is it a case of naninibago pa or may gigil ba? We wouldn't know. But the hope is that if you're Mindoro, things are going to be a lot better in the second half.
Marian Magat on the other end, too long, too strong, getting that offensive rebound. It's a quick 3-0 run para dito sa Mindoro. Doligon takes it out. Decoy hesitates, goes for the 3 off the bank. And Decoy Lopez, everything is going on the side of the Batang Quiapo.
Stretch 4 talaga kung titingnan mo itong si Decoy. Even when he was playing here last season, he was very comfortable shooting, range shots. Good drive.
Bam Bam Gamalinda won the dribble and able to get that lay-in.
Kobe-esque if you ask me.
I think Coach is the mask.
I think so too. Kasama na yun sa props.
Joe Gomez de Leaño. Half spin, tries to step through. Too strong for Joe. Rebounded by JJ. There's a whistle. It's going to be on Joe. Medyo nanggigil siya after that miss. Maybe team foul number 3 early on para dito sa Manila.
Well, this was at 14. Now it's down to 11. Got to continue work on that.
Bam Bam 4-3.
Oh, yeah.
Bam Bam Gamalinda 7 points. Here in the third quarter, 14 in total for Bam Bam.
In one of the interviews of Bam Bam Gamalinda that I saw from the Mindoro page, he says he understands he is the leader of this team. And he's going to be the teacher to these young guys. And he's going to lead them. Maybe there are some things that he cannot do anymore, but he's definitely going to inspire the others to do what he hopes to do on the complete side.
Well, here he was able to get the 3 off this last play. On this next play, he was able to give a pass to JJ Caspe for him to get 2 free throws.
Tsaka yung dedication ni Bam Bam Gamalinda.
Sabi nga ng coach, lead by example. And I think that is what Bam Bam Gamalinda is doing here in today's ball game.
Which is exactly the best way of leading. Lead by example.
JJ Caspe, 6 points in the ball game. Doligon attacks hard. Doligon gets a foul. That's going to be free throw number 9 and 10 for Mark Doligon.
Well, only because he keeps attacking and you're not stopping the ball from way out where he is. Well, secondly, maganda rin ang handles ni Mark. He knows when to attack, he knows when to pull up. And we saw that in the variety of ways that he scored earlier.
Mark Doligon in today's ball game on the free throw end.
5 of 6.
5 of 6. Make that 7 out of 8.
Yep.
Para dito ay Mark Doligon. 58-50 still in favor of Manila. But Manila is now in penalty early on here in the third quarter. And that's going to mean 2 free throws para dito sa Mindoro.
Well, if I'm Mindoro, I'm going to count on the things that I'm accomplishing here in the third quarter. This is the first time that they've led a quarter in scoring, and you got to keep at it.
Manny paid a digital wallet built for the community. Gets the first free throw.
Both teams actually pretty good sa free throw, no? 10 of 13, close to 85%, then 11 of 12 para dito sa Manila.
Getting a lot of minutes right now is Bangkale.
Yeah, probably to match up against John Fa.
Actually, the most minutes from a point guard here on the side of Mindoro. Here he is again, Bangkale. No look pass. There's a whistle. It's going to be a pull on Alfred Cedillo. That's going to mean 2 free throws for Bam Bam Gamalinda.
And again, Bam Bam Gamalinda was doing his thing. He was trying to provide a Gortat screen to leave that entire left side for a drive by Jacob Bangkale. But Jack was also seeing, a teammate at the back end. I think that was Joseph Sundarifa.
Watches again the no-look pass from Bangkale, and then it's not a pull, it's a push.
Yeah.
Coming from Alfred Cedillo, trying to get Bam Bam out of space.
Pero kita mo yung gravity ng presence ni Bam Bam Gamalinda, no? They could have easily let go of Bam Bam Gamalinda and concentrated on Jacob Bangkale, but understanding that he's been, puncturing the hoop inside the paint, you gotta stay at him, check on him, and make sure he does not get that ball.
Coach Bam Bam Gamalinda, leading scorer, 14 points and 5 rebounds in today's ball game. John Fa trying to cross over, well defended by Bangkale.
Yeah,
Joe wants a clear out. Hesitation, Joe drives left. Behind the back, well defended by Bam Bam. Kicks it out, 3 seconds on the shot clock. Decoy, too strong this time. Tapped by Joe. Almost another foul. JJ Caspe. Attacks, floats, too long. Rebounded by Joe. Manila's time to run. It's a foul by Joseph Sedorifa.
Well, previous to this foul, that was one of the very few instances when Mindoro was able to get a stop on the half court against Manila. Every gap got closed. And, trying to drive this right side gap, no. You're trying to go down the middle, no. So, yun yung klase ng depensa na kailangan pagpatuloy nila.
Is this a better defensive 5 by Mindoro, coach?
I think so. And everybody's staying on a string and getting committed.
LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Rebounded by JJ Caspe. Looking for an early screen. Calls on a different play. Calls for a high horns. Spain action. Bam Bam open. One step. Lay in for Bam Bam Gamalinda.
And you love that they're keeping it very simple. Little horns action, you bring a couple of defenders off that screen, leave it up over to Bam Bam Gamalinda. Now you got numbers, and the decision to make is really in the hands of Bam Bam Gamalinda, which he ends up with that finger roll.
Bam Bam Gamalinda, 18 points, but more importantly, they're only down by 2 entering this timeout. Sport Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportplus.ph.
And Manila, you do recall, oh, that's gonna be a foul.
Quarter scoring right here. 16 points already for Mindoro. Manila only 8. One of the reasons why they're only down by 2 and a chance for them to tie or take the lead here in this possession.
Well, two things. One, Mark Doligon gonna slow down. Second, they're doing a better job defensively and they're making their shots now.
This 5 has made it tough for Manila to score. Magat looking for a friend. They go on the post to Bam Bam. He's been red hot. 18 in the ball game. It's a miss.
Wow.
Gaspe flies high, gets the offensive rebound, and gets this game tied.
That is why he's so good at offensive rebounding. Because coming from the corner, that was clearly an offensive foul on Eusebio. He just rushed to that corner after that shot attempt by Bam Bam Gamalinda. I think I saw an arm extension, and so that's why the offensive foul got called. And JJ Casper really had his hand up. Matter of fact, he was reeling going back.
But Manila is not happy with the whistle, coach. Tatawag sila ng challenge dito sa last play. But to your point, I think there is an extension as well. So let's see what the decision will be after this break.
Upon review, the challenge was unsuccessful. Call on the floor stays. Offensive foul on number 25.
Ang challenge ng Batang Quiapo. Coach, to your point, there was an extension of the arm.
Yeah, he was going downhill. You see that extension. It wasn't just a mere, shoulder bump. He clearly extended, especially on that second one. And even if you're the official, you're gonna call that.
It's a good call by the referee right there. Not the best angle for the coaches for them to see the extension, but a chance for Mindoro to take the lead. Bangkale pulls up for 3. Nothing there. Bam Bam once again.
Oh, look at Bam Bam.
Scoring this quarter, 18-8 in favor of Mindoro. Eusebio, well defended by Caspe. No space. Eusebio puts it on the floor. Sedorifa dives. 3 versus 1. Bangkale flies high. Too strong for Diego Bangkale. Numbers now on the side of Manila. Eusebio. It's going to be a step on Manila. Helter-skelter basketball we are watching.
Well, you love the energy, but then again, it really is about making shots. This is what basketball is. And so that time around, a muffed transition opportunity para sa Mindoro.
Turning over to our court side, Gianna Llanes.
How come Manila was the team controlling this game? Yun daw ang naging tanong ng Mindoro sa isa't isa during halftime. Hindi raw nila ine-execute ang kanilang opensa sa first half, which Coach Benji just reminded his team that their focus at practice between preseason and now was how to handle defensive pressure. That reminder igniting their momentum. Update naman pagdating sa injury ni Enzo Hoson, their PT said he did sprain his right ankle matapos matapilok kanina. They're checking his mobility right now, but 70% chance he can return into the game, 30% chance he won't be able to. Back to you guys.
Thank you, G. On point yung report ni Gianna, coach, because that is exactly what Mindoro is doing right here in the third quarter.
Yes. And really, that is the question. If you're Mindoro, why are these guys ahead of us at the half? So you gotta be better. And the good thing is for the Tamaraws, they responded to that call by Coach Benji.
This time around, they go to the hot hand in Mark Doligon. Mark wants a one-on-one, hesitates, pulls up. It's a miss from Mark. Ball is tapped, rebounded by Bam. Caspe gives it to Marion, gives it to the cutting Bam Bam. Gamalinda with the spin and the finish.
I'm telling you, Black Mamba, Pinoy styles in the house.
I gotta get myself one of those masks because it changes the way you play.
Ibang klase, no? At saka the moment that he put that ball on the floor, see that pass by Marion Magat, leaping it up on the left and then spinning right for that finish.
Well, that spin is our play of the game, brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Turning back the hands of time. Bam Bam Gamalinda with 20 big points here in the ball game.
Parang saying na guard this.
Coach, ang hirap eh. He has a jumper.
Yes.
He can attack left, he can attack right. All of a sudden, you close one of those. Ngayon may spin move
May
pa.
spin move.
Na idadagdag itong si Bam Bam Gamalinda. Just too hard to defend the veteran in Bam Bam Gamalinda. Let's remind everybody, he is 39 years of age, but he is moving like someone much younger.
Yep.
They have a 3-point lead in the third quarter.
That is right.
Charge is called on Marian Magat, an extension of the hip on that screen. Coach Benji reminding everybody, bawi lang tayo. It's a good call by the referee.
Correct.
John Fa. Decoy from the outside, short. Another rebound by JJ Caspe. Mancao, this guy's a good defender, pressuring JJ Caspe. Go back to Bam Bam with that spin. Drives baseline. And once again, Bam Bam Gamalinda, 14 points here in the third.
Well, sometimes you really got to keep things very simple. If you see an advantage right off the bat, you got to take it.
I'm going to watch a lot of Bam Bam Gamalinda highlights coming off this game. Look at that spin, a little shoulder bump. Pure veteran presence coming from Bam Bam Gamalinda.
Well, you like that, you know, they really are quickly getting into advantages, not just waiting for the clock to melt down. And Bam Gamalinda, there are actually three ways that you get an advantage. One, you have the numerical advantage. You got more guys on your end than the defense. Second, you have positional advantage. And third, that's, you know, you have a better player, same size. That time around, it really was just a better player in Bam Gamalinda.
Bam Bam Gamalinda right now talking with Coach Buds Reyes. Another Bedan as well in Coach Buds Reyes.
But Coach Buds Reyes is one of those coaches that is very good at mentoring and motivating his players.
And he's actually trooping back on the side of Mindoro. He was the head coach of Mindoro.
That's right.
3 years ago.
That's right.
And he was gone, coach in the junior MPBL. But now he's back on the sidelines as probably one of the mentors of this young and up-and-coming squad. And so far, mukhang gumagana naman para dito sa Mindoro. Decoy Lopez though makes his first free throw.
And when he was coaching Mindoro then, he was doing a heck of a job leading that team. Maybe short-handed in some positions, pero never out of compete.
No, he had two guys, AJ Miranda and Sherwin Concepcion, but those two were enough. Alongside guys like Ken Osicos, John Baltazar.
I think Paolo Hobalde was also part
Paolo
of
Hobalde, a lot of guys, but they were really competing, Coach.
Yeah, that's great.
Bam Gamalinda, red hot in this quarter, 14. Stops, pops, too long. There's a foul. There's going to be 2 free throws for JJ Caspe.
And you see Bam Bam Gamalinda is a little bit frustrated because he knew that was his range. Much really needed rest for Bam Bam Gamalinda.
Well-deserved rest for Bam Bam Gamalinda. Might be showing the younger JC Recto, this is how it's done. And you have to learn.
And he was doing it with lesser dribbles, you know, not very many multiple dribbles, just going to his footstep, reading spaces, chasing open spots, and then going to his footwork and his finish moves.
Mindoro red hot in this quarter. They are winning this quarter by 13. Sorry, make that 14 points here in the third quarter. They're up by 4 here, so it's still going to be a long game. 13 minutes remaining in the whole ball game.
And so far, it's been 2 straight quarters that Mindoro has scored beyond 20 points.
JJ Caspe actually very quiet, 10 points and 9 rebounds. Today's ball game, another turnover. Joseph Sedorifa wanting it for himself. Joseph blocked by Mancao, trying to fish for a foul. A 4 versus 2 opportunity.
Well, you really have to credit the defense of Manila. We've seen that, I think, 3 or 4 times already in this game where they really had that conviction to come back and defend against, transition.
Manila now adding a little more size, putting in Chester Saldua inside the court.
Nice set.
Go to Joseph. Going up against former 3x3 teammate in Chester Saldua. Ramirez sees the size advantage with a hook. The point guard gets the hook shot off the post.
At saka komportable si RJ sa mga ganyan. Sa poste, lalo na kung yung spin niya papunta sa gitna, he's very comfortable going to that right-handed shot.
RJ Ramirez, 4 points here in the ballgame. Mark Doligon, defended well by Montuano, gets a foul. And that is tough for Mark Doligon. 22 points in the ballgame, and he just laughed it off against Mark Montuano.
Might be tough for us, but easy for him. Ang laki rin kasi ng kamay niya, no? Napapam niya yung bola, eh.
No, he actually pulled it back before he pushed it over.
Yeah.
Nag-enjoy lang si Mark Doligon, eh. Pero, Coach, okay lang mag-enjoy pag may 22 points ka na, eh.
Oo.
23, make that 23.
But I'm sure para sa kanya, mas importanteng manalo sila dito sa laro na to.
Ramirez, pressured by De Guzman. Calls for a play. Spain action. Recto. Stops, pops, short. Tap. No opportunity for Mark Doligon. Caspe through 2. Extra pass. Mark Montuano using his left hand.
Ganda ng finish ni Mark na yun.
Rogado, quick. The captain, 4 seconds into the shot clock, gets an answer right away. 70-67 now in favor of the Tamaraws.
Yeah, that's the mismatch right there. They're gonna go to that.
Ramirez goes through the middle once again. Different result this time. But JC Recto, out of nowhere, flying in, getting that offensive board.
Really good offensive rebounding guards, no? JC Recto, JJ Caspe.
A lot of length, a lot of athleticism. Now they're trying to use that to their advantage. Quick run, Mark Montuano, left hand. Parang sinasadya ni Mark Montuano. He really likes to use that left.
Safe to say, Mark has, adjusted well in the very few minutes that he's been in this game.
Mon Rogado kicks it out. Mark Doligon drives left. Another one of those tough finishes. Stares down his former teammate in Imus, in JJ Caspe.
Oo, dati magkakampihan sila nila JV, De La Cruz.
Kaya pwede magbiruan, eh.
Oo. They're taking turns now.
Oh, JC Recto didn't use that screen. Goes the other way. Drives hard. Coach, 34 big points for Mindoro here in this quarter. What has changed on the side of the blue?
Oh, and only because they started committing to, the schemes.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL.
Sa aking sariling pananaw, ROI na sila ni Mark Montuano. The minutes that he's given them, clearly states, he's what, 10 minutes and 20 seconds in the game. He's got 6 points and a 3 of 5 shooting, without a turnover. And 3 rebounds.
Quality veteran from our former All-Star Mark Montuano. But we'll go to a break as there is a challenge.
Upon review, the challenge was successful. Ball possession for Mindoro.
Babalik ang bola on the side of the blue. That is a successful challenge. Watch this again, Coach.
Ito yung drive na yan. Yeah, clearly, that was off him.
And Coach, as you were saying,
the ROI. Been Mark
Oo nga.
Aquano. He was the one who made that stop. Recto. On the left side this time around. Wala. Binigay kay RJ Ramirez. They use some time here. The ball can go back to them. RJ, a little hesitation. Goes for that pick and roll. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Joseph, too long. The shot clock violation on the side of the Tamaraws.
A little bit rushed on that moment. Sa set na yon. Sean Andrews now will come in.
Putting in a little more defense on the side of Mindoro and put in the athletic Sean Andrews. 20 seconds on the game clock in the third quarter. 76-69. John Fa. Go to Salinel. Salaveria goes back to Fa. A lot of actions happening. John Fa. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second. JV De La Cruz stops. Pops. Couldn't drop it. Could have been a perfect way to end the quarter for the red-hot Mindoro Tamaraws.
And it was the first guy to come off the bench, even on a miss. Coach Benji, clapping his hands, loving the energy. But this guy right here has been that special Tamaraw in this quarter. Bam Bam Gamalinda going on a tear, 22 points. What, 16 in this quarter? 6 rebounds and a couple of assists. Just a marvelous show by the experienced veteran in Bam Gamalinda.
Yeah, we gotta call him the masked Bam Bam Gamalinda. 14 of the 22 coming in the third quarter. More importantly, extending the lead to 7 for the Tamaraws.
White House steps back into the game. 29 minutes in the game. And what a steal. That way is going to even out the game. 89 in the final moments of the game. Can they make magic? White House wins the game.
Win the game. Easy long with Sports Plus.
Start of the fourth quarter, 76-69. Now in favor of Mindoro. They were down 10 entering the third quarter, but coach, now they're in control with 7-point lead.
Not only because of a spectacular run in that third quarter, 36 third quarter points versus 19, and the numbers just keep on escalating para dito sa Mindoro.
78-69. John Fa is fouled.
It's 19, 24, and 36 in through 3 quarters. 22, 28, and 19 para naman dito sa Manila.
It's going to be a foul call on Mark Montuano. John Fa, coach, biglang lumamig. Here in the third quarter, he had 8 points, or he had 7 points entering the third. But only 3 points in that fourth quarter. But he does have 7 rebounds and 3 assists to his name.
Yeah, one might even say the same para kay Mark Doligon, who's really slowed down. After what, 16 in the first quarter? Well, he did get 9 in that third, but it wasn't as hot as he started him off in the first quarter.
John Fa gets the first 2 points of Manila here in the fourth quarter. RJ Ramirez slowing things down, pressured by John Fa. Gives it up to Recto. Recto, he likes this one-on-one. Kicks it out to Ashawn. Ashawn, too long on the 3. Rebounded by Chester. He can put that ball on the floor. Goes corner. Salinel. Straight but long. RJ sees Sean Andrews. Oh. Too long for Sean.
It was too deep underneath.
Sorry, miss for Sean. That forces the bench to bring back in masked Bam Bam Gamalinda.
Yeah. That was actually a good pass to RJ, pero to Ashawn by RJ. Pero ang lalim rin talaga nung pwesto ni Ashawn. Nagulat siya, nasa ilalim na siya.
It was a different kind of lineup being brought in by Mindoro. They're gonna put in Bam Bam Gamalinda in. Medyo nagkalituhan na tayo dito.
Oo nga.
Una pa lang yon for John Fa, pero biglang na-rebound ni Bam Bam Gamalinda.
Nakala kasi niya, ano na eh, naibigay na yung free throw kanina. Yung isa.
Coach, going back to the point of Mindoro, you see here, Coach, the front court. Andrews, Recto, and Bam Bam. No natural big man para dito sa Mindoro.
Yes. And really, this is small ball right now. You've got athletic players, presumably Bam being the 5, no? And you have Ashon as maybe the 4. You're going Princeton now.
Princeton action. Ramirez.
Wow.
Hard attack. Fakes. Fishes. 2 free throws for RJ.
A good move by RJ Ramirez that time. Going in his bag as he saw that lane open against Chester.
And he paid a digital wallet built for the community. Coach, let's talk about RJ Ramirez a little bit. Not always the guy that will stuff the stat sheet, but he always gives this feel where he always gets a lot of minutes.
It really boils down to his love for the game. As you see, Mayor Ina right there. And I've always seen itong si RJ Ramirez, whether he's playing in Batangas or here. You know, he's always had that drive to compete. And, you know, whenever needed and wherever, that's where he contributes. I'm sure his teammates love him as well.
Now pressuring that basketball, getting that tap. RJ Ramirez right on cue. The tap, the fast break in the 2. Now double-digit lead for Mindoro.
6 points already for RJ. 3 of 7 shooting from the field.
Now Pa putting that ball on the floor. Mark Doligon open for 3. Short. Now nothing going the side of Manila. Only 22 points in the entirety of the second half. Bam Bam. Jab fake, stop, pops, short. Offensive rebound by JC Recto against the basket and the foul.
I remember earlier we talked about Manila having more offensive rebound than that of Mindoro, but that's not the same case right now because itong Mindoro is definitely shored up on that department. See another offensive rebound by JC Recto. They only had 10 offensive rebounds earlier, and now they already have 18.
Totally different kind of ball game for the Tamaraws here in the second half. They're now up by 13 points in the last 8 minutes of the ball game. Can Batang Quiapo find an answer? Trying to go for the hot hand in Mark Doligon. Stops, pops, can't make it. JC Recto with another rebound. To RJ. RJ, will touch him last.
Yeah, he had that entire paint for himself. Unfortunately, na-fumble niya, but if he didn't, that would have been a clean finish for RJ.
Would have been an easy 2 for RJ Ramirez, but the ball goes back on the side of Manila. Ito na kay Doligon. Goes to Decoy. Hands off to Doligon. Fouled. It's going to be on Ashon Andrews.
Well, one might say Ashon Andrews is far more athletic than that of Mark Doligon, but Mark's got that smarts to put you on your heel defensively, and he just kept moving that feet of Ashon Andrews.
He's able to fish for a foul, but he wants 2 free throws, pero sinasabi ng referee, pass ball. Itong nangyari dito.
I think they're gonna review this.
Is that reviewable?
I'm not sure. But you know, one thing I like is the new monitors now. I love it.
That's right.
Right?
Malaki, coach, no? Mas klaro.
Oo. At saka pinagre-reviewhan nila, iba na eh. Oh. See that? Even our executives can
meron
see
na
that.
silang, ang mga executives namin may sarili na pong monitor.
Oo.
Ayan. Kaya hindi na po.
Hindi na nakatingin sa kanan.
Hindi na
Dati kasi sa kanan nakatingin, eh, di ba?
Medyo nangangawit sila dati. Mark Doligon.
And that just shows you the innovation part
That's
of this
right.
season.
That is what Commissioner Emerson Oreta is adding to the table for us here in this season. A lot of innovations.
That's right.
Para dito sa ating MPBL season.
John Fa called for that foul. And Cedillo now is going to come in for Jet Salaveria.
We haven't seen Alfred Cedillo for quite
some time, Coach. They're
Yeah.
looking for the right pieces on the side of Manila.
Yeah. Well, he's 0 out of 3 from the field. He's got 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal in his, 10 minutes of action.
Total miscommunication on the side of RJ and Ashon. Natawa na lang si RJ. Sa kabila si Ashon naman medyo nainis on that point. They had a play in mind. They couldn't execute.
Yeah.
John Fa. Speed advantage versus RJ, but RJ keeping in step. Forced to kick it out. Cedillo using his muscle on the inside.
Quickly going to work.
Coach Alfred Cedillo still without a point.
Yeah.
Today's ball game. He's the leading scorer of Manila in the last season with 19 a game. First point for Alfred Cedillo here in today's game.
And quickly getting in there as soon as na pinasok siya. Well, speaking of, I want to get a quick shout out to our good anchor in Ken Pangilinan.
Oh yes, shout out.
Watching the game. Shout out.
Brother Ken. Sana ma-invite ako sa mga pickleball mo.
Des, mabay ka raw sa ano niya, sa mga jogging niya.
Yan, yan.
Diba?
The ever so healthy Ken Pangilinan. Happy birthday to Sir Mark as well.
Russian Andrews finally getting his flowers right now.
Belated happy birthday, Sir Mark. And Sean Andrews as well getting that basket and one. Too long, too strong on that inside. Former Fighting Maroon.
Good hop and a finish. Yeah, good hop and a finish. And clearly the upside of Sean Andrews, there's so much more we can see from this guy. Athletic, long, you know, can defend.
A fun fact, Coach, when he got in the Philippines, it was our family who picked him up from the airport. So when we go way back since he got here, 2023. So 3 years ago, I was already able to meet itong si Sean Andrews. Great guy, great attitude, a lot of potential. Just happy to see him doing well here for Mindoro. Alfred Cedillo getting the foul right here.
Saka malaking bagay talaga si Sean Andrews, especially his maturity.
There you go. Once again, happy birthday, belated happy birthday, Sir Mark.
Sir Mark, happy birthday. Oh my goodness, I saw you earlier. I didn't even greet you. My bad.
Kasabay ko na nga si Sir Mark sa van, sa coaster. Hindi ko man lang nabati ng happy birthday. Pero ngayon babatiin natin on air si Sir Mark. Belated happy birthday, Sir Mark.
I just got a fun fact. You remember we talked about Medina earlier being a lookalike of MJ Garcia.
That's right.
In the Parañaque Patriots. I just got a message that he was actually coached by Coach. He played for Hope Christian High School. He got coached by Coach Gerson Cabiltes, and he even played for the team in the Field Chai Athletic Association of Coach Joseph Guillot. Wow,
This is Medina.
Oh.
This is Medina. So
Liit talaga ng mundo ng basketball.
Iikot at iikot, Coach.
Oo.
Mark Doligon getting his 11th and 12th free throw. Is this a career game for Mark Doligon? Is this his career high? 25 points already for Mark Doligon.
Yeah, we gotta check that.
Rare miss coming from Mark Doligon. He's been terrific from the line. It was 1 of 2. Mark Doligon. 26 points in 27 minutes for Mark Doligon. Bangkale. Drives hard and at the right place at the right time is the youngest man on the floor in Bam Gamalinda.
If he's the youngest man on the floor, that would make me younger.
Yes, that's right. That's right. You're the youngester.
Youngester.
May ganun ba?
Oh my God.
Sean pressuring hard on Mark Doligon. Mark, last second shot, no choice. Terrific defensive stand brought in by a Sean Andrews, not allowing a shot opportunity for Mark Doligon.
They have clamped down on Mark Doligon. Well, he got 9 points in the third quarter, but it wasn't as, you know, that thrust in the first. Bam with a 3. Oh my goodness.
We don't even know how to describe this ball game of Bam Gamalinda because he is turning back the hands of clock. This is an MPBL career game for Bam Gamalinda.
That's a mic drop for Bam Gamalinda, if you ask me, of a performance.
Oh, Alfred Cedillo flying high, looking like Michael Jordan in that last finish. Manila still trying to knock on the door of Mindoro. Still a lot of basketball to be played. 4 minutes and 37 remaining in the ball game. Watch this again. Alfred Cedillo high up top. No challenge, no problem. Alfred Cedillo getting his 6th point of the game, but they're still down by 14 points here in the game. They'll still try to make a run. The lead is with Mindoro by 14.
White Sox steps back into the game. 100 minutes in the game. And what a steal. That way is going to even out the game. 9 in the final moments of the game. Can they make magic? White Sox wins the game.
Win the game. Easy long with Sports Plus.
Manila Batang Quiapo on that last time out. They're down by 14 here. They were leading by 10 points entering the third frame. But now they're down by 14. Sports Plus is the official sports book of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Venue slowly filling up for the main game at 8 p.m. Batangas City will be going up against the Iligan City Cowboys here in their home court. Diego Bancale. Coach, you have to talk about Diego Bancale. He's had the most minutes on that point guard spot, but I think it's to defend John Fa.
And one of the things that they really have controlled dito sa side ng Manila, ito si John Fa. And how many points has Bam Gamalinda? He's got 29.
29.
From last season, his most output was really 24 points on a loss against Pampanga that happened on April 23. They lost a 4-point game. He was 9 of 17 from the field, 4 of 5 from 3, 11 rebounds. He was double-double in that game and 1 assist.
Now he is playing terrific. Coach, I'm sure he doesn't care about the numbers, but the impact of Bam Gamalinda, talk about that today in them making a run.
Well, clearly a milestone for Bam Gamalinda in this game. More importantly, yung message that he's sending to his younger guys that, you know, I'm gonna be here if you need me, but I'm gonna leave everything up to you. But just in case you guys can't do it, I'm gonna be here ready.
That's a perfect way to explain it, Coach. He was actually pretty chill the first half, but now a different kind of energy. It's John Baltazar still wanting to keep things alive for Manila Batang Quiapo.
My battle-scarred body and my experienced mind will be ready just in case for you kung kailangan ninyo. And he's just, you know what? You know how it is when they say that people don't care what you know until they know that you care? That is exactly how you could describe Bam Gamalinda. You know, they know he knows a lot, but more importantly, he knows that he cares for his teammates.
Not a lot of words, but shows it in action. Extreme ang subok at kumpletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Recto, stops, pops, misses. Rebound by Decoy. Too short on the pass. They're rushing things. Bancale, they go to Bam Bam. One dribble, 4-3. Masyado malakas para kay Bam Bam. Rebounded by Bancale. JB. Too short. Another rebound that gets him to a double-double. The homegrown Rodel Vaigan, the crowd favorite from Mindoro. First shot, first make right away for Rodel.
And if they're gonna make a video out of this, this is a very special moment right now. You missed that. They missed that shot. They moved the ball around. They give it up to Vaigan, who has in many years been that inspiration for Mindoro, and he knocks it down in a moment in the game when they were trying to really get the first win.
Doligon City Cowboys already warming up and ready for the main game. They'll be going up against the home team, the Batangas City Tanduay Athletics.
At saka ihanda nyo na yung mga chichirian ninyo, yung mga popcorn ninyo. Huwag na kayong umalis. Kung sa TV man kayo nanonood o sa monitors ng mga PCs ninyo or your mobile phones, this is gonna be a good one, the next game.
Mark Doligon still adding to his career game. 28 big points for Mark Doligon. On the other end, they're still sticking with this small ball. Recto swings it over to JV. Two-man game. JV stops, pops, and drops for JV De La Cruz.
Somehow as you see JV De La Cruz over the years that you've covered him, you kind of know when that lift is optimal for his jump shot. And that I felt was really a good and well-timed shot.
Baltazar strong on the inside. John Baltazar adding a lot of hustle here in the late game. Turnover from Bangkale. Stolen by John Fa, in and out. Goes to Cedillo. They go back to Baltazar, and that's 6 points in the last few minutes for John Baltazar.
You can't be complacent now. If you're Mindoro Tamaraw, this is far from a win. Still gotta secure it.
189, 2 minutes and 20 remaining. Rodel Baigan, in and out. Alfred Cedillo now with the rebound. Manila Batang Quiapo playing slow even though they are down by 12. He goes one-on-one against JB. Attacks corner. Gets fouled. Trooping to the line for 2 free throws is Alfred Cedillo.
Alfred, the moment that he got in, after being on the floor for almost, 11 minutes earlier and having to come back, has really taken this opportunity to score some more for himself. Maybe to try and establish himself as one of the primary scorers para sa Manila. Of course, he had to sit down because of that hot hand by Mark Doligon.
Alfred Cedillo averaging 19 points a ball game the last year for Manila Batang Quiapo. Today, he only has 8 points. Chengo Bangkale gives it up to JC Recto. Last 2 minutes brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. JB.
Oh my.
Looks, finds that alley-oop. Now defense is non-existent on the side of Manila.
Only because that was a perfectly timed curl under by JC Recto. Matter of fact, on the other end, Bam Gamalinda was providing that little pin-in screen for Rodel Baigan 3 on the weak side corner.
Coach, we talked about Bam a lot of times today's ball game, but talk about the numbers of JC Recto. Quiet on the stat sheet, but still very effective. And this is a good ball game coming from the rookie.
16 na 19 puntos yan. Half of his shots going in, 8 of 16. He's 3 of 4 from the line. He got 10 rebounds, 5 of them being offensive, and 4 steals. If that's not an overall game, I don't know what is.
The rookie really showing out, the homegrown rookie, if I may add. Mark Doligon looking to add. Former teammates gets a hug. Former teammates in Mindoro, in John Baltazar and Rodel Baigan. Watch this once again, Coach.
Nakagandaan yan, yung backdoor na yun para dito kay JV De La Cruz underneath. I drive at you, very basic principle. If you got the wing or the top driving at you and you're in the corner, you have to got the backdoor.
So, Coach, this point guard in Bangkale really provided a lot of different energy. You know,
Yes.
they have a lot of point guards, Coach, but talk about the impact he made in today's ball game.
Oo, kasi yung 4 na assist niya, it came at a time when they made a run in the fourth quarters. Mayor Ina right now a little bit more light and
nakangiti na.
Nakangiti na kanina. Well, actually everybody on that bench was a little bit tense because of
first half. They were down by 10.
Yeah, but they were down by 10. And again, Diego Bangkale really just waking up at the right time, although there's much to work on if you're going to base it on this game, on his scoring, as he has 1 out of 6. And you know he is a better scorer than where he is now.
Decoy Lopez, they want to go for 30 for Mark Doligon. Puts the ball on the floor. 30 points for Mark Doligon, a career high, only rested by 5 minutes in today's ball game.
They're going to close this out. Maybe this might be the final possession.
Perez, guy can shoot.
Two-man game. Expect a pick and pop, pick and roll. Perez. A lot of support coming off the bench para dito kay Kyle Perez.
We've been practicing that at home.
Perez nga pala.
Oo naman.
Perez nga pala.
Bira naman yung apelido niya.
Well, deserved win para dito sa Mindoro. They were down by 10 entering the third quarter. But coach, the tides shifted in the third quarter and a 16-point win for Mindoro to end the game.
Well, 67 points after scoring only 36 in the first half compared to the second half. Really told on the result of this game. It was, you know, them putting their feet ready for this second half attack, and the boys responded to the call and the question of Coach Benji that why are they ahead of us?
And that question was answered by their players. But we bring you our best player of the game, brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Coach, is there a question on who our player of the game will be? It's Bam Bam Gamalinda.
May mga bagay na no-brainer talagang ibibigay mo yan. Grabe naman yung nilaro niya sa third quarter, lalo na when they created that separation.
And Bam Bam Gamalinda, our player of the game. You look at the numbers right here, 29 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal, and a career high for their captain in Bam Bam Gamalinda. And Coach, we were talking about the leadership. He's a pretty quiet guy, but he was able to really show them on how to win. And right now, he is with our courtside reporter, Gianna Lanes.
Congratulations to our best player of the game, Bam Bam Gamalinda. Bam Bam, pag-usapan muna natin yung first half nyo. Mainit yung shooting ni Mark Doligon. Nasa kanila yung momentum. Ano yung ginawa nyo para i-stop yun?
Oh, well, nag-adjust kami sa defense, di ba? So, yung mga coaches nag-adjust sila sa pick and roll defense namin. Kasi actually, wala kami scouting, hindi namin kilala yung mga players. But the second half, nag-adjust kami. Mas naging aggressive kami sa defense, and doon sumubay na yung offense namin.
Bam Bam, you had your career high today of 29 points, and we have to say that's at 39 years old. Paano mo nagagawa yun as the seasons go on? Parang mas lumalakas ka pa.
Well, iniisip ko na kung anong kakainin ko mamaya for faster recovery. But thankful din ako sa staff namin kasi yung sa health ko. So ngayon nakita ko kanina na I need to be healthy talaga. So shout out din sa wife ko kasi siya nagpe-prepare ng food ko. Yeah.
I think we're interested to know, ano yung recovery meal mo?
More on high protein naman. High protein. Pinipili ko lang yung maganda sa katawan.
And Bam Bam, I'm sure na napaka-proud ng mga Mindoreño na ngayon na nanonood. Ano ang mensahe mo sa kanila?
Nagpapasalamat ako kasi alam ko naman din na nandyan sila palagi sa amin. Sa lahat ng mga Mindoreño, salamat sa suporta nyo. And wag na sana kayong magsawang sumuporta pa this season.
Sino pang gusto mong pasalamatan?
Una-una, pinapasalamatan ko yung mayor namin. And si Lord talaga yung nagbigay sa akin ng lakas and sa team namin. And si Mayor Ina, ma'am, salamat sa palagi mong pagsuporta sa amin. And we want to thank Gold Gym, PMR Sportswear, Golf Bogs, Arch Athletics, True Tea, Ice Tea. And kay Ma'am Sans, and sa family ko, sa wife ko, si Mel, si Sander, si Nanay, sila Papa Art, Mama Digna, and sa mga kapatid ko, and to my Ohana family. Thank you, guys.
Congratulations once again to our best player of the game, Bam Bam Gamalinda of the Mindoro Tamaraws. Our player of the game is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Back to you, Juanito and Mike.
Thank you, Gia. And congratulations, Bam Bam, for our well-deserved player of the game honors. Mindoro trooping over to get that 16-point victory, but we are not done. We're going to our main game of the day. The home team, the Batangas City Tanduay Athletics, is going up against the Ilagan City Cowboys here at the Batangas City Coliseum. More MPBL action when we get back.